back to another episode of MegaMek as we continue the campaigns of the Striking Serpents. So just before we start anything and go into any sort of major things, just noting that we know that there are currently no Twitch options. You're either having to be able to watch it in 1080p or not at all. We're going to try that for about an hour. If that becomes too difficult for people to be able to watch, we'll think about stepping down the options. Sprog, if you've seen in chat, has mentioned, and I kind of agree with him, there's a lot of text in this game, and if you're trying to follow through beyond just my reactions, trying to stream at 720p might not exactly be great. So we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see where things go with it. Hopefully not too terrible, and hopefully folks will be able to handle it. Boss is going to have to lower the settings? Hopefully not. We're going to try it for the first hour. We're going to see where things go. But if everybody has major problems with it, do let us know in the comments so we can mess with it. I just remember talking. Yes, indeed. I float in the sky. Actually, I do need to be a little bit lower. So, we left off. We had successfully made it into the month of October. It is October the 1st. It is a Saturday, which means no new stuff has happened. And yeah, so in case you haven't seen it on the Discord, we're going to be continuing to play MekHQ for the next some time. We're not quite sure how long, but probably for the next several months at the very least. So this will be us getting back into the groove of doing things more naturally. It'll be a regular occurrence, and that means that we had a roll call over on our Discord. If you haven't answered that roll call, do so now, because if by the end of this stream you haven't, you will be marked as retired. If you're not part of the game, you don't need to worry about this yet, but the thing is, we will be opening up signups as soon as we take stock of that roll call. The rules for signups are purely just you need to be either a patron or a subscriber if you want to be a mech pilot, and probably if you want to be an aerospace pilot if there suddenly is a run on them. If you want to be infantry, if you want to be a random tech, whatever, that's perfectly fine. Anybody can join as that. And just sort of to slot things in. Can we have Garfield in 3025? Wait, what? There we go. Alrighty. So now that we've got that pretty much out of the way, let's go see how things are going to turn out. So missions are regenerated at the start of each week, which is technically Monday in this game. So we're going to advance. Oh yeah. End of the month brings new and interesting things. So we're going to quickly swing out over to the hangar and see what it is we actually managed to find. Did somebody grab a truck again, or is there a plane? Or did I buy a Corsair? I bought a Corsair, didn't I? Yes. I bought my favorite aerospace fighter. It's not a small craft, it's an aerospace fighter. And, oh no, apparently our transgressor is dented, but did we get a second transgressor? Yeah, not sure. New mechs. Yes, there will be new pilots and new mechs coming in, and it'll be quite interesting. We're going to quickly just give this over to Garcia since they do a good job of it, although mainly because I don't want them to break things all that often. Cycle through the clock on that, steering us to Sunday. A little bit of maintenance going on the Dragon. 5 tons of armor has arrived and 20 shots for our sniper. Still working on the kitty cat. And Monday of a brand new week. What fell off the back of the truck? Quick glance at the market. There's not much on the market. There was a pilot here. Ooh, a doctor. And do I really need a doctor? Not really. I have a whole bunch of doctors at the moment.
New
1, 2,
target
3, 4,
acquired.
5, 6. Party Commissar, thank you for... Oh, wow, actually, K-Ogre is gifting 5 subs. So it's the 1st of October game. It's also the 1st of the month here. It is Mayday. So, yeah, K-Ogre opening up with the first gifted subs of the month. Can we get a little bit of heartbeat love in chat? Because that's 5 whole subs, man. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. We have a whole bunch of brand new people who have just received subscriber badges. That's going to be great. Alright, so K-Ogre has been able to do Party Commissar, Burning Sigil, Hill 72, Tentacle Shogun, interesting, and Corellian. Quick note, if you are intent on joining the MekHQ game as a pilot, as a mech warrior, make sure that you link your Twitch to the Discord. Otherwise, I'm not going to know if you're actually a subscriber or not without doing a whole bunch of extra homework. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, K-Ogre. Do very much read it. Can I see what I'm greeting? Well, he beat you to it. All right, so we don't need a new doctor. Do a quick check at the marketplace. So our unit market is currently looking like this. We got a Battlemaster, a Stalker, a Griffin, a Trebuchet, Stinger, Firestarter, Wasp, and a Speedra. Or Spider. If you do decide to be a Spider pilot, just know that I do absolutely loathe you for putting in this piece of junk. That's not entirely true, but hey. So first of the week gives it... Oh, great. The Thunderbolt is struggling a little bit in terms of maintenance work. I can actually bring up an entire maintenance log on this just to see what they messed up. Because they broke something. Ooh. What'd you break? TN8 and armor. So your head is broken. Your armor is getting dented and damaged. We're going to have to do a major refit once this contract is up. Stalkers and Battlemasters. What is the job for today? Let's find out. We'll mosey on over to the briefing room, and we have 2 missions coming up. We have an extraction and a hold the line. The extraction is going to be Diamondback getting back into the case, and the hold the line is Boa Lance getting involved. Adder always forever alone, mainly because it's an assault lance, and actually finding a place for it to place an assault lance tends to become a little bit more difficult. Yeah, Bo is going to be able to get involved, do a little bit of combat, some destruction and victory. That'll be happening on the 4th, which is tomorrow, which will be the extraction. So oh god, no, you have to go in and basically save things. How do you link Twitch to Discord? If you go into the important information section on our Discord, it will give you a detailed guide on how to do that, complete with pictures. They work on all the things done with Puppet Container. I was going to say, is Turkish Header has... Oof, don't be mean to them. Be nice to them. They can't help it. So we have a whole bunch of civilians, armored personnel carrier. Oh, a power man. So I'm actually not all that worried about the power man. The flatbed truck probably going to explode. Armored personnel carrier, if we're lucky, will survive. And we've got to hold off against basically a pretty significant vehicle contingent. I think I'll probably keep it as vehicles just to not screw them over too much. And you'll have a Jenner 7D rocking and rolling as support. So somebody will be getting repairs this week. And we'll probably want to figure that out after Diamondback kills itself. Well, hopefully not, obviously. We would like Diamondback to be completely intact and alive wherever possible. Is anything in Diamondback actually damaged right now? I don't think so. I think we were fully patched up and ready to rock, weren't we? A little bit of armor damage, some armor damage. Yeah, Diamondback's fine. And right now, of course, we have a dragon who is currently visiting in Diamondback to provide an extra body for them. Battletech the paper we're getting. That's not horrible as a description. Let's go rock and roll this one. So a raiding mission, or actually no, an extraction mission, Diamondback has happened across several civilian units. No doubt they will have critically important information for us to try and get our dude back. And I will resist the temptation to touch this mic. I just want to sort of mess and swing around with it because it's nice and easy. Alrighty. So loading everything up, we'll see the enemy OP4, a whole bunch of medium tanks for the most part. Thanks to Diamondback being so gosh darn quick, they will show up on turn 1. Nice. So we'll actually be able to save people today. What is it with the Duchy and so many vedettes? It's such a cheap and common tank. Like, there's nothing really more to say about that. Kitty Cat's gonna be also gonna break tomorrow, just saying. I don't think the Kitty Cat is ready to be fixed tomorrow. It just says that will be finished tomorrow, but it will not be. They have the kids today, so I'm going to be a bit distracted. Oh, cool. Hopefully they will enjoy. Probably not watching this, but hey, if the kids are, hi kids, you're about to watch a fun game. Very fun game. We'll make him, God, I can't make him that good. Let's make him a training battalion. He's a 0-2? Is that right? No, that's his quirks. He's a 3-3. All right, that makes him pretty decent, actually. I know I'm spending too much. We'll make him a sergeant military cadet. Our Duchy of Andurien forces, of course, go down to House of Merrick. What's that? So that I can see Merrick easily. And then Andurien, and we'll make them cavalry because I like fighting the cavalry. And then our civies. Our civies in bright blue is actually perfectly fine for me because it'll make it easy to track them. All right, so we're this color. The enemy's that color. The people we need to save are this color, and our green dude is an ally. So for once, actually, all the colors seem to be working together. So, anything I need to change before we rock and roll? Anybody have machine guns? No. We're good. Let's rock. One is playing some game, the other was watching Ninjago. Haha, Ninjago. One of Lego's more interesting things. Lao Green? Hey, he's from Lao. What do you expect? So, hopefully we'll get things rocking. We shouldn't need the aerospace fighters in this one, which is why I did not deploy them. The way this is going to work is the enemy is going to deploy on one side of the board, actually also sort of in amongst them. We're going to spawn in on one side, which is in this case the right side, and then the civvies are going to show up here. So civvies here, enemy here, we go here. So good luck to us. Let me just arrange this so it's underneath the chat. Perfect. All right, lovely. Let's get started. So first people first are going to be the DML, which I can place right there. And actually, I'm going to shove this over here because I'm going to be fighting on the left side of the board for the next little while. So put the Phoenix Hawks DML right out in front. Make it nice and easy to sort of get to the enemy. Girl, we're not that worried about it. Another tank laying down right there. Our Griffin. I don't think our Griffin is actually all that good at melee range, is it? Actually, no. Dragons is a DR. The DR is equipped with, oh yeah, a whole bunch of lasers. Okay, it's not an SRM, but it's about as close as I can make it out of energy weapons, which I think is generally the point. We're going to turn on the 3D map. Yes, isometric. Hilltops. There's actually hills now. Our Hatchet Man, which is actually not going to have a whole heck of a lot to do today, mainly because, well, they're vehicles. And you can only step on vehicles. You can swing a hatchet at them, but you'll only step on them. Slough green is like avocado green. Sure, you've all had it. We just never talked about it. I've never actually had an avocado. True facts. I blame Sprog for missing the first 10 minutes of the stream. Sprog's been here. He's been here the whole time. The Duchy of Andurien trying to figure out what they're going to do. Oh, there is a wasp. Oh, I totally missed that. Huh. Okay, so there's a wasp. Wait. And a griffin? Wait. Did I miss, like, a significant portion of the enemy force? So there's a wasp and a griffin that I didn't realize was there. I thought it was just, like, a whole bunch of vedettes. Is that, like, legitimately what I'm facing right now? Like, I'm not necessarily against it, but... Let me start. Oh, yeah, they're there. Wasp and griffin. They're not very good pilots. I mean, they're average pilots, but that's not all that concern. So we should be able to handle them without too much... Okay, I shouldn't say that. Because the trick of this mission is not winning. The trick of this mission is beating the enemy before they can wipe out our civilian convoy, which will be showing up kind of soon-ish. Duck time? Lovely. This will be gun to watch. Doesn't seem like a lot of enemies, though. It's going to be a fairly small engagement. But then again, that's what Diamondback kind of handles. They're not really a big frontline battle lance. They are a light scout lance, and they slip in, they blow stuff up, and they leave. Who's fighting what? We're fighting the Duchy of Andurien, as we've been doing for the past, like, several months. Sort of is what we do. DVAC has this bold words. Where's my J? Everyone J. Set to systems, electronic warfare, switch it over to ghost targets. Here we go. That way I can actually set things up properly with it. You can sit over there. Right, so the enemy's all clustered here. These are what we need to protect, and also there is, way up here, an armored personnel carrier, Huffer LRM. He should actually be able to get out. These are going to all attempt to get off the board, but we're going to have to be somewhat aggressive if we want to make sure that nobody dies, and we would prefer that. Diamondback trying to trust you. By the way, all civvies. So, that bonus is rather significant too. So we would very much like to be successful in this mission. Like, ooh, 6. That'll give me a +3. I'll almost be on top of them by this point, and that'll be great. Then, pass the duchy to the Capellans. Would. Right, Ravens are all going to sort of cluster in, since the enemy all cluster basically in one location, so we can more or less fall in on them, which would be quite nice. Our Griffin, however, this is not a normal one-in Griffin that we normally have. It's a DR, which is large lasers and a whole bunch of medium lasers. So a pure energy boat, much in the ways of the teachings of Sprog, who insists that anything other than energy weapons is foolhardy and should not be utilized. I'll bring the DML off over in this direction as well, because I want to sort of focus on that Griffin. I really shouldn't. The Griffin's a bit of a... The Griffin's bait. I should be focusing on the vedettes. Because as long as the Griffin's shooting us, I don't really care. Stream buffering for me, it's almost never buffers, because it's only going out right now in 1080p. That's about all I can kind of give you. Ooh, the Jenner's actually in a really nice position. Odds are he will not shoot the Jenner, even though it's at a short range. Oh good, they're actually paying a pretty decent amount of attention to us. I can work with that. Underrating only is the best Rogue's voice sometimes. Nah, man, SRMs. Can you imagine SRMs on this enemy setup? Just bring in the archer, just have it wipe out pretty much everything here. Alright, first things first, we're just going to unload with several medium lasers. Make sure we keep our heat under control, so we'll only fire a pair. I don't anticipate good shots. I mean, it's a 2-hit of 12. I'm not all that worried about it just yet. Griffin, oh no, this is a Raven 1J. You can see the Wasp, but the Wasp is a 15 DU, so we're not doing that. And I won't overcook you just yet. From a personal real-life experience, I would also prefer weapons that have little to no ammo requirements and can operate in any environment for long periods of time. The problem is that they have a heat requirement, which when you're trying to balance that off a whole ton of other things, it becomes a problem. So that is my counter-argument, sir. Damage high low, just to make sure that large laser always up in front. That large laser did not... One tile away from being where I would be very comfortable with that. A little bit. 2 11s. And our Griffin, DR. This is a Dragon's Griffin. Instead of his... Yeah, this is all going to be basically on the same of 11s. I don't think we're going to hit this Griffin at all. Just going to go out on a limb and make that assumption, and I think it's a right assumption at that. Alright, ghost targets are active, barely active. Our logistics were usually what we could carry with resupply sometime now. What if the whole company switched to energy only and then our next contract would be on a desert planet? That could be a thing. The main thing, I just prefer weapons that go bang. There's a whole bunch of misses, and... Ooh, we did get hit by the Maxim a little bit. Unfortunately, we did not get lucky on the 50% cover bonus. It's a little bit of light hit from the Maxim, although our armored personnel carrier also managed to hit one of their vedette tanks. Got a little bit unlucky by it because it didn't cause an automatic crit, but that would have been funny. Sometimes you do these missions and just for some reason the allies that you have can lay waste to significant portions of the enemy. Alright, so the HDC cannot go first. The HDC must go last. For those of you wondering why, the reason is because I need to bring that hatchet into somewhat useful position, and the only way that's going to happen is if I make sure that he moves last so that everybody gets all bunched up. I'm going to try and play my Griffin as a little bit of bait on this one. I would like them to come for it. That way I can keep the HDC in a position where he can basically cover anything back here. He can cover the entire short range arc of that Griffin's PPC if he decides to come into a position to go after his back, which is kind of the preferred setup right now. Remember, 2X, you do have SRMs, so I'm actually going to position you right about there. I think that'll put you inside arc. Maybe not. I think you're in the last break of front. The Griffin is not also carrying a hatchet. I don't believe the Griffin DR has a hatchet. If it does, then that's not annoying, just a concern. Systems, that would be probably in the right arm. Yeah, there's no hatchet. Don't have to worry about that. I think we've only got 2 mechs with hatchets now. 3, 4. Does the Black Knight have a hatchet? I think it does. So that would be the Black Knight, the Grasshopper, the B9, and the Phoenix Hawk HTC. Yes, my 2X carries an SRM2. It carries an SRM6. So it's actually quite nice. The 1J, on the other hand, is basically a bit of a discount Griffin. Or discount Jenner. Because it doesn't have the SRM of the normal Jenner 7D. Did you put a hatchet on Black Knight? I don't remember if he did. But something makes me think that that would be reasonable. Okay, DML. I must move the DML first. Because it's a Phoenix Hawk D with nothing but medium lasers. With that, I kind of like that, actually. Make that jump. So now I'm in punching range. You could hatchet. I don't like hatchets. Like they're not good. They are a rather significant problem, actually, logistically. Or logistically speaking. Because they create situations where this has happened where I'm basically not using Shade's mech at all until I can see what everybody else does, because it's a significant investment that it's not going to pay off. Darn it. Because he's initiative sinking me. So I literally can't stop him from getting away from my hatchet. That's a little frustrating, not gonna lie. What I can do, though, I'm gonna right for this guy. I am anticipating that he's gonna come from my back. But the Jenner 7D at least is in a position to do something. Does not sound like something Vanguard would do. Ah, he didn't? Ah, okay. So he's just a Disco Black Knight. This game, hatchet's not so good. In other games, oh yeah, hatchets, so is Vibroblades. Yeah, Rogue Tech and Battletech in general kind of gives melee way more power than it actually has in tabletop. But the flip side of that is that in classic Battletech, you can melee at the end of every turn, whereas in, you know, the Harebrained Schemes Battletech and Rogue Tech and Battletech Advanced and that sort of thing, you can shoot or punch. So, oh, interesting choice. He did not move very much. I might have to just focus him down with all tons of firepower. We will take a no-hand having mech and turn into a melee mech and wreck everything with 4 machine guns. Yeah, it's kind of broken. Power Man coming to save us. Hey, don't discount those civilian loader mechs. Sometimes, like, there's one of them that has like a PPC, and it basically handled an entire mission on its own once. Hello, Mav. You're a heretic? Are you a heretic? I don't think you're a heretic. But yeah, this is an interesting setup because we're basically right on top of each other, and I'm way more nimble than he is. Even if he tries to jump away, if I can kill 2 or 3 vehicles in this phase, then I might actually be able to utilize my hatchet. What does the Power Man carry? This particular one? I'm not sure. Let's find out, because it changes. Different ones have different sets. This one is equipped with 2 medium lasers and a machine gun. So not really working out all that great. Although I do think that it may have died trying to figure out what to do. Yeah. They're all falling back. Who's actually up for the Duchy of Andurien? Oh, there it goes. I was worried for a moment. Not bad for a Civi. Yeah, they're pretty fun. Civi must be becoming battle like Roughneck. Well, the Roughneck had to get extra. So the Roughneck is actually not a. It's not a real battle mech according to proper canon. It was a mech that PGI made up because they wanted to create a mech, which I'm not against necessarily. The Sun Spider is actually the same thing, as is the Corsair. Those are 3 different mechs that PGI came up with that are actually not part of the original tabletop. I wonder if the Roughneck is actually in this mod, and if not, I should probably mod it in because I like Roughnecks. I'm playing the Heretic Anthem right now. Yeah, Warden is having issues with the 1080p, just letting you know. The stream crashed a few times. Wait, what? I don't think the stream crashing would be a thing like that. Would be like something from the 1080p, but yeah, well, I guess we'll have to step it down then at the end of the hour. Okay, I can't pass this up. It's too good of a shot. The 9, not so much. I'm not going to fire it at a 9. Whoa. That's aggressive, man. He brought a Wasp within melee range of one of my Ravens, which, to be fair, the Raven's not going to do a lot of damage to it, but still pretty good. Seeing if anybody actually has the range. The 10, I think we're just going to be focusing a lot of fire onto that Griffin, because it's our best shot. Which isn't saying much, all things considered, but it's what I got. This little raven, that's a 6. I can play with that. That's a 7. I'll play with the 6 because I think I can kill the 6. So, medium lasers for penetration and the SRM for the big follow-up. That's sort of how I set it up. Kick him in the chins. We'll give it our best. 9. How about if you shot him? 7. 7's not bad. And I assume, yeah, 12 to hit the wasp that's right next to it. But that's pretty reasonable. I am a little surprised that the enemy's going so hard for me. Mainly because... Okay, he's shooting the personal care. Because that's not their job. Like, their mission objective is to kill my little civvies over here. I don't think they're doing a good job of it. Look a little bit, but I don't want to push the heat too much on this. Alrighty, Raven opens fire with his medium lasers, does hit the Griffin twice, not bad. Right leg and left arm, so a little bit separated. Roughneck in MegaMek, because you make something very similar to militarizing any 65 to 70-ton industrial mech. That's kind of what it's supposed to represent. Yeah, it's something we can do. Vedette missing entirely. Our Raven missing entirely, which is good. Our Raven 2X opening fire and doing, once again, instant easy criticals. So the SRM6 getting a crew stun for 1 turn and a major penalty to their mobility, which is always grand. And an enemy Vedette actually managed to punch right through our right armor. So that's not good. I need that right arm. It contains my medium lasers. And then the Phoenix Hawk missed, the Wasp misses, the Jenner misses, the Griffin misses, the Armored Personnel Carrier misses, but the Maxim Hover Transport hits our Phoenix Hawk HTC. Hopefully I'm going to punish him for that. Hopefully. Alright, so Phoenix Hawk HTC. That's a friendly. I'd rather not do that. Hit him with the hatchet for an 8, but no, I shall kick for the 7. And then this is our... Yeah, our Raven 1J. Kick the Wasp. We had 9. How much do I trust this pilot? He would need to roll a 4 or 5. I'll throw the kick. I probably shouldn't. I will probably come to regret this. 7. Alright, so Phoenix Hawk HTC hits the Maxim Hover Transport. Lovely. Our Raven kicked the Wasp successfully. That was the 9 we needed to roll. And nearly blew off his entire leg. And then the enemy Wasp missed, and our Phoenix Hawk DML, which is the medium laser version, managed to get a -1, managed to get a motive moderate damage. So -1 moving and +2 driving skill rolls. Lovely. The Jenner stayed standing despite the fact that it missed its kick, I think, somewhere. Or was it did get kicked? Yeah. Oh, there it is. And succeed. The Wasp, on the other hand, has failed his check and goes down, as does the Griffin. Really? So both the Griffin and the Wasp have fallen over. That's lovely. So both enemy missed. So who has the 1J? Ginger. Xanthopus. So, not bad there. That worked out pretty good. The Raven 1J is actually the one mech that is not owned by a particular person in the company. It is owned by the company, mainly because it's not actually even owned by the company, but we're being loaned it from the Capellans, and they would like it back at the end of the campaign. Yeah, so we've knocked over both of their mechs, and we've stunned another one. Stunned one of their tanks, which is good. Is Vedette moving how far? Flanked modded +1. I can actually get right onto that. I'm going to make a slow movement just to keep the accuracy high and the heat sinking good. Because I think I want to put a little bit of extra pressure. Okay, the Wasp got up, but that Wasp is not going to get anywhere. Because I'm just going to follow him with a Raven 1J, and we're going to kill him. Because he moved, what, 3 tiles at most? Go on, show me his evasion. Yeah, 3 tiles. He's getting +1. PC is hurting the music stream lags when the AI does this move. This is something that's always happened whenever I've played this game, so I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Alright. I don't necessarily want to pile up on the Wasp because the Wasp is kind of worthless to me. You get up with 1. Go right there. It's not ideal, but it gives me a position over him. At the end of the campaign, the Griffin will be written off as missing. The Griffin or the Raven? And if you want to attempt to steal top secret loud technology, you are more than welcome to try. I just don't necessarily recommend it. You've watched a lot of me? We haven't done this very often. We've only done like 5 of these streams. Actually, no, well, yeah, actually, that's true. We've done 5 of these streams. This is stream number 6. I want to be able to punch you in the face, and I can't do that because you're going to stand up. Could turn around the Phoenix Hawk and go after the Wasp, but I'm not going to. I will be hyper aggressive like that. Alright, get up. Get up and move. He backed up. Interesting decision. I don't think that's going to save you, but I do think that saves you from the HTC shooting at you. So that'll keep you running. Yeah, one of the rewards of this contract is actually getting that Raven, because it has top secret stealth technology or ECM technology in it. Did you forget to turn the Raven? He's not facing the tank, right? No. No, he's going to turn his entire torso and he's going to shoot it. So I'm going to use torso twist to get that shot. Oh good, you're actually going to be able to make that turn. Good. It's an 11. Why? +2 attacker. Oh yeah, we're the attacker. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense then. That unfortunate amount of sense. I forget sometimes how skilled or rather unskilled some of these pilots can be. So let's just unload on him with all of our medium, well not all, some of our medium laser fire. And then you are going to focus on him. And you're going to alpha. You're going to twist. And you're going to skip. Fire, fire, fire. So tempted to fire the large laser. Can he kick it? Nope. But his kick it wouldn't normally do all that much, so I wasn't all that worried about it. I wanted to make sure that I traveled slowly enough in order to get the angle right. Someone needs more time. Most of our pilots are actually around there right now. There we go. And you're... Whoa. Twist in this direction, please. Alright. I'm not going to be able to get that angle. Want to get a little bit of a cook going on in here. So he's going to have to chill out. Haven't seen anything for a few minutes. We will be probably resetting the stream, so don't worry. So we'll reset it at the end of the hour. Alpha pretty much everything. Okay, Raven 1J, no ghost targets. He has failed at his job. Jenner managed to get a little bit of light fire onto the Griffin with his SRM-4, but didn't fire any of his lasers. Really, the thing that I care about is all of this red text, which is the Raven. Missed 2 shots, but hit 2 more. Blew off his right leg, so he's going down and he ain't getting up again. And mostly broke his left arm, so that'll work out pretty nicely. That Wasp is mostly dead. Vidette missed. Raven, a little bit of light fire damage. Unfortunately missed the SRM-6, which is what I was kind of banking on, because he managed to roll a 2 and then a 3. Wow, he rolled a 5, a 2, and a 3, and he needed a 5 to hit on all of those shots. That's not cool. Just stomping some tanks into the dirt and losing next fall. Let's see. Weapons fire for Vidette. More heavy damage on that left arm from that AC-5. I'm beginning to think that our Ravens are a bit under-armored on their arms. Griffin opening fire, managed to the Vidette, and then got a little bit of light motive damage onto it. Aside from that, he managed to scatter his damage across the entire mech. And we had a hit to the head on our Raven, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully he will not die. But that is an injury. He managed to not, fall unconscious. So he rolled a 12 for that, which was quite nice. Phoenix Hawk drilling in, managed to blow off the left arm of the Griffin. Unfortunately, there's nothing useful on the left arm of a Griffin. So there's that. Can't hit all of them. You can try, damn it. Actually, really just the SRM-6 would have been nice. Griffin PPC managing to hit our Griffin DR. Critical hit through the armor. Luckily, it did not actually have an effect, so there's that working for us. Our personnel carriers are missing. Maxim firing at our Griffin, getting a couple of hits on that one. And our Ravens succeed in staying standing despite getting hit with 20 damage because his ghost target stopped working. The Wasp is going down, and the enemy Griffin manages to stay standing as well. So I'm going to put a boot onto the Wasp. Can't punch or kick you, unfortunately, because you're not quite angle. I will, however, kick a vedette. And that'll blow off the left arm of the Wasp. So there's no possible way this Wasp can now stand up. He's missing an arm. He's missing a leg, which means he can't even prop himself up to shoot. So expect this pilot probably to bail in the next turn or so. Phoenix Hawk DML got kicked. And by who? Oh, by the Griffin. Ow. 11 damage to that left leg. We're going to have to keep away from him a bit. Yeah, I anticipate the Wasp, though. The Wasp is bailing out. So, Dutch of Andurien, you get to move. I need to get the 1J a little bit of room. Everybody's armor is getting to be a little bit lighter than what I would prefer. He carried over 10 heat. Oh, that's kind of not good. He's down to a 353. Good jump, but then I wouldn't be able to do anything else. So I'm going to just give a nice gentle turn, bring the Griffin back around, and we'll burn off most of that heat in this round. Probably won't fire much of anything. Just a couple of medium lasers at most. Phoenix Hawk HCC again, you can't move. Show me the Raven 2X. There's your target. Sort of swirling around, getting a little bit of movement going on that one. That's not CGP. Please send me a link when you downloaded your RAM. So expect issues at 1080p haven't had any. Oh, cool. Really more about connection speed. So. The Wasp did not bail out. Really? Why? Why do you gotta make my life more difficult than it needs to be? Where's the DML? Then the Phoenix Hawk DML after it. That's what I'll do. Position myself right there. See if the Griffin goes for the bait. I don't think he will, but if he does, the HTC is in a position to do something about it. Griffin 1J obviously can't hold still. There's too much incoming fire at the moment. Although with that said, yeah, that's actually a not terrible movement. I was very happy with what I had just created there. I just wanted to complete the turn. There we go. Flipping around to get behind the vedettes. This one might get in right behind me, but at least we're moving at a fairly decent clip on this one. On the cell network. Nothing special. I've told the story about the summer where my PC broke and I've had to use a PC that can only handle 480p before the RAM ran out. I didn't even realize that was a thing. Alright, how good is your armor in this? Been better, and you really don't want to take a hit from a PPC. I really can't afford to just sort of slow run it. Maxim hasn't gone either. Okay, we're gonna build some space. Just let it bounce. See where the Griffin goes, because the Griffin's the only one I care about. Oh wait, we're gonna barely do toss. Yes, sharing videos over the internet was not really a thing for a very long time. Fine, the human eye can only see 8 gigs of RAM at a time anyway. You get out. But you can only see at 30 frames. I saw that coming. I should have positioned him right here just to cover the back of the Griffin, but I wanted to be a bit greedy. But we're getting a nice little setup going on here. They're basically all wrapped up in us. This is our hover armored personnel carrier. It's probably going to get off the map soon. Flatbed truck is probably even going to be able to get off this map. Unfortunately, this is our other armored personnel carrier that we have to keep alive, and it's decided to drive into the middle of literally everybody. So that might be a little bit more difficult. okay, the hover transport didn't move quite where I thought it would, and it moved very slowly to get there. We have to focus a little bit of firepower onto it because it's one of the most dangerous things on the map right now. It's in the top 3. You can only see it at 15 FPS because we came out to War games faster. Exactly. How are you gonna handle this one? Who's left actually for the Capellans? Oh, the Jenner. If I were the Jenner pilot, I would go after that damage maximum. Actually, if I were the Jenner pilot, I'd probably actually go for that Griffin because that Griffin is vulnerable. And I would want to jump on it with all the might that I can bring an entire Jenner Alpha Strike onto. Jenner Alpha Strike, when you stop to think about it, it's actually a pretty significant amount of damage. Like, it's 4 medium lasers, which is functionally an AC-20. Aha! One of our armored personnel carriers got away because it skidded off the field. So that is a successful escape, hopefully. Okay, let's go kill people. Griffin is a 9. That's not good enough. You are an 8, and you're a 9 as well. I mean, I could just take the free shot at the Wasp. Oh, wow, that's an 8 too. We gotta get Shade some better reading glasses or something. Fire a couple of those just to keep the lasers warmed up. The 1J is going to lay into you. Twist and lay into you. Tap, tap, tap. If you were a general pilot, you would question why you're a general pilot. And that's from a self-revenge. Was before Twitch and automatic VODs was a thing. Jenners aren't bad mechs to be given command of. They do a lot of good work. Fast and aggressive scouts, they can deal a lot of damage in a very short period of time. They just can't do it very often. Okay, DML. That's why you're here. To just finish off this little guy. Pair of medium lasers and a boot to the face will probably take care of him. Alright, Raven 1G. Good, Ghost Targets is active. Now we're actually protecting things. Whole bunch of misses because of Ghost Targets. Got hit in the turret. Interesting. Unfortunately, didn't manage to penetrate it. Of medium laser Vedette from our Raven 1J managed to damage his tracks, which is something we're doing quite a lot of at this point. The Vedette medium. Managed to hit the Raven quite a bit in the legs, specifically the right leg. Stun the crew on a Vedette with our SRM-6 once again, which is of course the goal. And our DML managed to not kill a Wasp because he managed to miss something that isn't moving. Griffin DR taking quite a bit of punishment on this one. Our little armored personnel Wasp has just blown up the right arm off our armored personnel carrier has blown off the arm of the Wasp. Then the Jenner came in and detonated the Wasp's ammo. So no more one of those. That's quite nice. So enemy Wasp is out. And now I get to put a hatchet into that. And then a boot into that. No. Cancel. I don't want to push. I just wish to kick. And then you can also attempt to put a boot into that. So the Maxim hover transport taking quite a few boots. Who do I have? Oh, the Mech Warrior. Right, we don't step on Mech Warriors. The Griffin just destroyed the Maxim hover transport. Nice. Okay, so 2 of the most powerful things on the field just died. Sassy APCP gunner. Hey, they're doing pretty good. Alright, so the only thing that's really a danger left on the field... Oh, and the Jenner picks up the Mech Warrior from the Wasp from the ejection because it was there on the same tile at the end of turn, which means they won't even be able to use that pilot as an initiative sync in the coming round. Oh, that was a beautiful round. We removed 2 of their more powerful units. Stunned another. So really, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Vedettes and a Griffin. We can do it. I do worry about our flatbed truck because anybody who looks at that thing funny is just going to make it completely detonate. But other than that, let's see, the DML. Unfortunately, we lost initiative, which means they're doing a better job than me. I don't like the fact that you're doing a better job than me. That's not cool. Somebody has motive damage. 5, you're 5-8, you're 3-5, you're 3-5, 5-8, and 5-8. Okay. I would like to walk, actually. Very much would prefer to walk right now. Slipping right behind the vedette. Everything plays but won't turn on. Your grounding issue, I think your power supply. Strong enough to be plugged into? I mean, the immediate thought is, did you plug the motherboard in completely for the power supply? Because at the... actually, no, just nothing works? Like, not even fans? Because if the power supply is hooked directly up to the fans and it powers them at all, then you know you've got something that works. Compatible RAM with the machine run? Just imagining if I put a truck as a technical with a recoil rifle in the back. Yeah, except, you know the version... Do you remember that one technical that had an entire rocket pod on the back? That's basically what you're dealing with here, Sprout. I'd like to do something to this Griffin, but that vedette... Griffin 1J. No. Griffin 2X. Oh, he can't complete the... Can't complete the circuit. There we go. That completes the circuit. Gives him 3 pips, 3 movement, which gives him one additional defense. Sometimes it's a good idea to run in circles in this game. I know it's crazy, but it's true, I swear. I don't have to worry about you dealing any damage to me at all. I want to run you. Honestly, I'd like to go there, but no. You're not carrying any heat, so that's good. Although that also indicates just how little this thing creates. And I'll run there. That way I'm still within a range, hopefully, for some ghost targets. You're in the coverage. You're in the coverage. You are just outside the coverage. Bring the HTC in back. I really want to hit this Griffin with my Griffin. Because my Griffin is a better Griffin. How good is your back armor? If he hits us in the back, he's going to go right through it. I go for a jump. I want to do that because I do want to bait him into being in the right spot. We'll do that, and... Oh, not quite that far. But the turn is indeed what I want to do. I'll give him +2 defense. The one with the rocket pod from behind. Yep, exactly. So good we don't have to fight hillbilly civvies with rockets. Thank you for 2 of them. The back of the Hilux. Yeah, they're quite huge actually. Alright. So once again, our HTC does not get to take advantage of, you know, swooping in behind people and just landing on top of them. I'm not salty at all. What are you talking about? Now the Griffin gets to figure out to do whatever the heck it wants, which is fun. Are we winning? That's a relative concept. The better question is, are we losing? That too is a relative concept, because our Raven's about to be booted in the foot and it's going to blow off his leg. They are using a big enough backy. Never heard a technical called that, but okay. Alrighty. So let's start murdering some tanks so I can prevent him from doing that ever again, because it's getting to be incredibly annoying. You, on the other hand, are just going to get lit up. You, skip that, fire all that. Please blow up the gosh darn vedette, so that I don't have to worry about vedettes anymore. Maybe he positioned himself to go after my Griffin. That could be an answer. Can you see anybody? I mean, theoretically, you could hit him. See if I can actually get... Nope. Nope, his firing arc just does not allow it. See if I can get Shade to hit anything. Oh, that's lovely. The right arm on our Raven is gone, so that's 2 medium lasers. What we're talking about? Okay. So there you go, there's 2 medium lasers because the Raven just cannot keep its arms on. Griffin did some motive damage, but not much else. Jenner did some... Ooh, made a vehicle immobile. And our Power Man also made another vehicle immobile. So good job. All in all, not a great round for us. Not sure why it was so terrible. We're just gonna have to hope that we don't actually get kicked in the leg, otherwise that mech may be going down. And we'll stomp on you. Alright, so Phoenix Hawk misses its attack. Its target was immobile. Yeah, not good. The Griffin did miss its attack, and everybody succeeded in staying standing. So that's... Our Raven is not going to be losing all of his legs on this one, so at least we've got that going for us. Just because it's longer, no longer 4 p.m. Oh, nice. That's very helpful. Alright, so that didn't work well. We've got 2 of them that are immobile. And this one has its turret locked, so it can only shoot in out to here and here. As long as we stay behind this line, we're safe from this thing entirely. So I can just ignore it completely. Instead, I will rush the DML to go attack this one, which is also immobile now, and therefore incredibly vulnerable. I like the option, but it's not fully needed. You get up to Arizona. What? About to rebuild my old avatar build of all the medium lasers. No, don't ruin a good mech with nothing but medium lasers. Alright. I still don't want to move that. I don't want to move any of these, really. Nobody's locked down yet because he's got two Vedette tanks that he doesn't need to worry about where they're positioned. Give me the 1J Griffin. Move. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1 tile short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Perfect. Maximum evasion. Now the Griffin DR, it could just turn, but again, I don't want to take a PPC to the gut. That would be considered to be very bad. 15 medium lasers. No, it's a bad idea. We've proven it's a bad idea. The HTC is no longer involved in attempting to hunt down people with a hatchet. I'm just sort of giving up on that pipe dream. What do you mean you can't go up this? This is only a tile of like 2 high. Alright. A little bit of evasion. Go after him. And now you've moved very slightly, and so I can send this Raven off after you. And our Griffin. Griffin, I think, is going to play Dead Mother. Oh, nope, that's your target. Hasn't moved yet, but that's your target. The Avatar Bro, find one and try it out. Okay, how about 5 large lasers? 5 large lasers wouldn't be as bad, but now you're still talking about huge amounts of heat. Based on the shit about the target. Where'd their Griffin go? Oh, their vedettes are focusing on the hatcher, man. That's not good. Especially because they're on the side that doesn't have a hatchet. Who's the Dutch you got left to move? Oh, we're all sort of in this little corner. This is literally the entire fight. Oh, it's the flatbed truck. Oh, poor little guy. Hopefully he'll be able to make it out here. Get 4 medium lasers for that? I mean, you could get 5 medium lasers for that. Oh, why would you do that? Why would you take a good mech and ruin it? Medium laser spam builds do not work. We tried it. They just scatter damage all over the place and don't actually accomplish anything. They're garbage. Alright, we're just gonna unload on everything so that we can actually get some work done here for once. Also gonna fire everything. You're going to fire almost everything. Oh no, you lost 1 arm, so yeah, just go nuts. That was blizzard. But now how? I'm so behind the stream is trying to jump me in front of buffers every time it does. If you just press the little red live button, it tends to bring you back to the front. You're 1 tile away from me actually being able to shoot you accurately. Oh, that's not cool. Alright. If you can't cause a little bit of support. Oh my god. The positionings of all these medium lasers are terrible. Sure. No, just fire that. Be content with what you've got. And how badly damaged are you? Your right side armor is actually weaker than your rear armor. Okay. I can work with that. Alright, so our Hatchetman Phoenix Hawk has managed to destroy a Vedette outright, although it was the one with the AC-2. So we've got that going on. Our Raven 1J did some serious damage to a target. Our Raven 2X did a whole bunch of damage to a target. The Griffin did a decent amount of damage to targets. Our Phoenix Hawk HTC did get hit in the left torso by a PPC, and that's opened him up, so he's got to run. Because that's a bit too much damage. And we'll bring our hatchet down on top of that tank. And then you'll kick this one and hopefully actually kill it. And you'll kick this one and hopefully break that. Oh good, the Raven 1J actually managed to destroy its target. Our Hatchetman Phoenix Hawk missed. And got kicked. Alright, we're doing okay, I think. We got a little bit more damage because we're missing an arm on our Raven. And now our Phoenix Hawk HTC is now exposed to incoming damage. But we've dropped them down to 3 combat units. So down to 3 combat units means that I can outsync them. Hello Burning Sigil, welcome to the stream. This mission is in the bad though. I think it's in the good, but I could just be dreaming. Alright, where's my 2X? You know, I think I want the DML. Of the DML jump. And turn to there. I'm gonna see if I can't bait this Griffin in closer. Oh, jerk. How did you sink me out of the initiative? That's not fair. Human back. 2X. Where's my 1J? Come back into this group so that you can start providing a little bit of support again. Jamming. Jamming is surprisingly important. Seriously, they seem to be sinking me out and I'm not happy about it. Wow, we just must have failed initiative so damn hard that I can't even comprehend just how terrible this went. Unless he has to move literally every single one of his units right now. We had to move all 5 of our units before him. Dutch of Andurien still trying to get their people out. There goes their... Aha! I'm going to chase after you. I'm going to take the bait. So I'm going to take this bait because he's only got long range weapons. He is a Griffin 1N. So I'm going to see if I can't manage to outgun him. Or rather, out melee him. I do have a hatchet, and he doesn't. But he just still does more damage than we do. Did just a regular although he jumped for 5, his heat is 9. If he tries to open fire with those weapons, he's gonna struggle a little bit with that, I feel. Take some pot shots. Oh, no, I do want to aim. Take some pot shots over at the immobilized tank over there, which should take care of that. You fire and fire. You will go after this one. Twist. There we go. And we'll just sort of lay into you. Go for quite a bit of heat, actually. And again, we're going to concentrate on this right side. Okay, I got another vedette off the field. No ghost targets on this one, which is unfortunate because that's the whole reason I brought him in close. Whole bunch of medium lasers not hitting the Griffin, so that's lovely. Quite a bit of damage onto what appears to be another vedette. And yeah, the Griffin did open fire on our Raven and did not manage to connect. I will swing the hatchet. Need to roll an 8. If I kick him, I only need to roll 7. And another vedette knocked out. So we're down to 1 vedette and the Griffin. Change large lasers to PPCs. I think he's working on an avatar and he's turning it into an abomination of horrible, terrible design choices. The only vedette left alive is one that literally can't move. Oh, that's perfect. Swing you. No, I don't want to swing you. Let's bring the Griffin. There we go. We'll bring the Griffin around. Nice little hop. And we'll bring you in. And we'll bring you into a position where you can support some pretty serious amounts of firepower, should you decide to utilize that capability. Ghost targets. It is a vedette pillbox. Wow, really? All bloody 5 of them? That's annoying. All 5 of my mechs had to go before this gosh darn Griffin did. He's carrying a pretty decent amount of heat. If he jumps, he's going to be basically on fire. I don't mean that as in a good thing to like... You're ruining a good mech. I mean, it has an Innersphere XL engine, so there are some limits to how good it can ever be, but you're ruining a good mech. How much armor do you have left? Armor. Oh, your left side is just entirely open. Lovely. Where's my 1J? I'm going to target this, target the left, and then you're just going to fire your 3 medium lasers, and that's dead now. So anybody who can see anything other than the pillbox can focus on that, or you can spend a turn chilling out. And then we're just going to raid this Griffin. Our large laser at that. Our Griffin will fire his large laser. And our DML is facing the completely wrong direction. We'll use this as a round to chill out. There goes the last vedette. And don't think their enemy Griffin managed to actually hit anything important. Oh, the Duchy of Andurien fired at one of our poor little dudes. Just don't like the ammo to mix ammo-based mechs with energy, but you're supposed to use like 2 PPCs and an LB-10X autocannon, so that it has the cluster round for fun stuff. That's how it's supposed to work. Got about 2 large lasers and 4 medium lasers. Let's see. Who needs to get going first? I think I'll push the Raven 1J in. See how he'll respond to that. Of course. Looks like I'm going to have to be the one who makes all the first moves. I feel gypped. Cheated even. You know, if Shade's going to keep this hatchet, we're going to have to actually, you know, train him to be a decent commander. And start giving him a little bit of leadership so he can actually learn how to have a good level of initiative anyway. There we go. I'm going to be on top of you. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, this Griffin gets to do whatever heck he wants before us. That's annoying. Thing revolves around energy weapons. You bring ballistic weapons, which don't generate much heat, so you can use more energy weapons. No. Now you use ballistic weapons so that you can jump all over the place and not care about the heat that you generate from your jump jets. Found out what caused most of the buffering. It seems Mavs and I can't watch the stream at the same time. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are gonna. Forgot about that. Okay, armor personal carrier got away. Our Griffin is just... Are you actually going to stand there and fight, or are you just going to run like a coward? I think he's just going to continue to run like a coward, and I am not amused. Fire large laser. Fire medium lasers, because why not? And the DML, yeah, that's 13s. Missed everything. Are you falling back? What is this? That's a hell of a thing to do. Okay then, buddy. Where's my 2x? Hi. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna enjoy. I told him to fight like a man, and you know what? He did not disappoint. There we go. Zoop! Flatbed truck got off the battlefield. Alright, time for literally everybody to alpha strike everything you brought. Hold nothing in reserve. Nothing at all. And Ghost Targets is active, just for a little bit of extra protection. So, enemy Griffin fired at the Phoenix Hawk and missed. And now everybody just fired a whole ton of things. This HTC Shade can't hit the broadside of a barn. Wow. The guy's not even moving. Somehow we managed to rack up 20 damage onto him. Alright, it's kicking time. Now why kick, you may ask? Kicking is easier, faster, and concentrates all the damage onto his legs, which I might be able to break with a sufficient number of kicks. There we go. Alright, so the Griffin kicked the Jenner, did quite a bit of damage to his right leg, and then our Jenner kicked him and hit him, and then the Phoenix Hawk kicked him and blew off his leg, and then the Raven 1J kicked him and heavily damaged his leg, and then our Raven 2X and our DR Griffin missed it, and the DML fell over. Because that would be too easy. Alright. Do you... No, you don't have a left arm. Haha. He's done for. So the reason why he's done for, case anybody's wondering. Because if you still have both of your arms, you can prop yourself up to shoot. Yeah, he ejected. Got him. Where's your pilot? Yeah, we're done here. So if you only have one arm, you can... Oh, Jenner, man, not cool. So, the Capellan Jenner just killed the Mech Warrior, who ejected. So that wasn't cool. Alright, did we control the battlefield? We absolutely did. We literally killed everybody. So victory is ours. Heavy damage on the Phoenix Hawk HTC. It's a Warcraft. They're Capellans. I think it's just Tuesday. Let's see, please check the stats of all units. None of them were lost. It was just showing them as escaping. The units on march is destroyed. Give bonus rolls. Yeah. Xanthopus, of course, took an injury when he fell over. And then the Griffin's crippled, but it is still there. So I'm going to grab it, because you never know when you might need a random Griffin, considering the number of Griffins we have in the company. Alright, so everybody kind of like shared the Vedette kills. Kill the dishonorable Jenner. He's your ally. I'm gonna take him. Be nice to them. Who got... It was the HTC that blew his leg off, and that was kind of the end of it. Oh, the Wasp was killed by the 1J. Who just lit it up. We did not kill this mech warrior, and this Vedette tank I'm willing to bet was not us. Alright, there we go. Disconnected. YouTube, yep, we're going to put a cut here for YouTube, a little bit longer than normal, but hey. So don't worry, we're still going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. We have at least one more, if not more, battles to get through. However, to the YouTube people and Twitch people, say goodbye to YouTube people so they can know that everything's on. So, thank you very much for watching, folks. I have been Tyrank. If you like what you've been seeing, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive notifications every single time that I release one of these videos, press the little bell icon, leave a comment. I will see you all in the next episode.